Ahoy and welcome aboard! It's time for part 2 of the Captain's Deep Sea Fish Tier List. If you're not familiar with this, it's the series where I, the Captain, look at deep sea fish and rank them arbitrarily with absolutely no authority on the matter whatsoever, and no scientific knowledge officially other than research on the internet to back up anything I say. Wait, are you part of the crew? If not, why? Why aren't you part of the crew? You don't know how to join? It's easy. It's easy to join the crew. All you gotta do is you gotta hit that subscribe button. And then you're part of the crew. Benefits incoming. Hello? Oh, Meredith. A familiar voice after so long. I am working on it, Meredith. It seems like I can finally see the light at the end of the tunnel with all of this. And I know that we're not out of the water yet. Marine biologists. Meredith, that's why I'm undercover. Meredith, how am I supposed to know? Meredith, how am I supposed to tell the difference between a marine biologist and a civilian when they could be in disguise, Meredith? Yes, well, that's why I've been undercover. I believe so. I will be getting the intel soon enough. Thank you for all your help, Meredith. I couldn't do this without you. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, yeah, baby. Accessing. Bazinga.
First on the list, we have one that was left over from last time that I was not able to get to, and that is the squat lobster. Squat lobsters are described as dorso-ventrally flattened crustaceans, which in my professional opinion is nerd for squashed pretty good. Now, fossils of squat lobsters have been dated to the mid-Jurassic. Squat lobsters come in some very striking and absolutely gorgeous colors. Hang on now. Now hold on. They found the wreck of the Endurance?
Captain!
Yeah?
No, 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 no! No! ever seen. So it would seem.
What? Huh? What? What lobster? Let's go. Yeti crab. The Yeti crab is apparently a type of squat lobster. Apparently a type of squat lobster, but that could just be what the marine biologists want you to think. Unlike the Himalayan yeti, yeti crabs are very social with each other, but we don't know about how social they would be with us. This is because of big pressure at the bottom of the ocean. But in any case, it is freaking adorable. Yeti crabs Yeti crabs get food by dancing around and eating what they caught on their cute little fuzzy wuzzy arms. They just dance around, collect stuff in their little fluffy arms, and then they eat it. Oh! Yeti crabs are spectacular. I'm worrying about S tier. But y'all, sailors, this is why I need suggestions. Because I already know what deep sea fish I absolutely love and adore. I'm already going into this thinking about the S tier deep sea fish. I'm not thinking about the ones that'll give me nightmares. I need some of those. Look at this D tier. This D tier is weak as hell. C tier, weak as hell. A tier's even lacking a little bit. Like, I need some cursed things to deal with. That being said, next we have the hagfish that was suggested by a new, but nonetheless outstanding crew member, Pulgasari. I don't know if I said that right. Hopefully I did not massacre that, but hagfish really aren't the nicest to look at, but they're not really repulsive in any way. An interesting fact about them is, despite having no spine, they have a skull, which is probably peculiar in some way. A more interesting fact about them, what they might even be widely known for, is their slime.
Splood! Watch out, sis!
This is a very unique adaptation to protect itself. It seems that the hagfish can even suffocate would-be predators with their slime powers. If I'm being honest, I think their little faces are sort of cute too. I also saw them described as soft to touch, and they're pretty graceful swimming in the water despite not having any fins. This is why the hagfish has a secure place in A. Yeah, mostly for the slime. That's quite unique and unusual, and I like those very, like, rare, strange adaptations. That's a solid A. Yeah, thanks again to crew member Pulgasari. I may not be saying that right, but nonetheless, you are a valuable member of this crew. Okay. The barrel eye. think any sane person's logical reaction when they realize that the eyes they're seeing here are not eyes but nostrils, and that the real eyes are the weird orbs inside the balloon head, would be to imagine that the weird eyes inside the balloon head are turned upward to point toward heaven to perpetually ask God why. However, its eyes are turned upward because the barrel eye inhabits waters that are just below its prey. Scientists believe that the eyes are green because it helps the barrel eye to see its prey better. Little sussy. Not only this, but when it turns itself up toward its prey, it may be that its eyes are able to rotate forward as it does that in its transparent head to strike its prey more precisely. But what is the reason for the eyes to be internally caged in a squishy breast implant of a skull? It is believed that the primary diet of the barrel eye is jellyfish. So this weird fluid-filled skull or head is actually sort of like an airbag, protecting the barrel eye from sting damage from the jellyfish. Now that is epic. But hold your horses, hang on. Before we tear the barrel eye, this is what it looks like. This is a deflated barrel eye. This is what it looks like when it endures rapid decompression. I've said it before, I will say it again. Stop hating on blobfish. Stop hating on blobfish! Nobody looks good when their environmental pressure changes so drastically. I will shoot you into space or to the bottom of the ocean if I hear you say anything else about the blobfish being ugly. Next, we have the icefish. Like me, icefish prefer to chill.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age!
At polar temperatures. Unlike me, and you,
貴様の拳などかほどにも効かんわい。お前はもう死んでいる。何？
they produce a natural antifreeze in their blood to sustain their life at these extreme temperatures.
Oh, shit.
Captain Side Tangent time! Deep sea life is so freaking breathtakingly incredible. Do you know what chemosynthesis is? Okay. Remember learning about photosynthesis in primary school or elementary school or whatever school? Alright, so terrestrial life is sustained in part thanks to photosynthesis. Okay? Without it, terrestrial life, which is life on the land, on shore, me and you, despite being seagoing people, despite being sea folk, despite being sailors at heart, we are still terrestrial beings. Okay? Thanks to photosynthesis, we are alive. And photosynthesis relies on the sun. Now imagine trying to get sunlight when you live in the hadopelagic depths on the ocean floor. Okay? You can't. So, instead of photosynthesis, life relies on chemosynthesis, driven by chemical reactions, which is, in part, at least, why life in the deep sea seems so much like life from an alien planet. It sort of is. Their ecology and their life cycles are completely alien. They are sustained by entirely different mechanisms than our own. It might as well be life on another planet. Except it's not. It's just deep down. Anyway, ice fish. Ice fish are the only vertebrates without hemoglobin or red blood cells. Amazing. Ice fish also preach that single or stay-at-home dads are valid, baby! There are 16 different species of ice fish. And many ice fish have their eggs or babies in nests where the father looks after them. Ice fish blood is also thinner to ensure that circulation remains possible. Basically, life was like, yo, ice fish, this water is too cold. Circulatory system, no can work, no possible. And ice fish was like, forget about it! And then the ice fish was like, circulatory system overhaul engaged! And their biology adapted. Miraculously, and perfectly, to the icy cold. Hey kid, do you want to know a secret? Creationists will tell you that the ice fish were planted by benevolent marine biologists. Ice fish have gigantic hearts. Literally, because of their circulatory system, but I believe also figuratively. Anyway, ice fish are beautiful. They resemble the environment that they are named after. They have an angelic glow, a handsome face, beautiful crystal eyes that appear wise beyond human imagination, and it has me struggling because S tier is very full. But I believe that they are S. They literally, the adaptations, yeah. Sailors, I again implore you, please, please, please. I need more fish. Well, careful what you wish for, because after all, after all of that positivity, it's squid time. The vampire squid. Fooled you! You just got pranked!
You just got pranked,
You got freaking pranked, dude. You got pranked, bro. You just got pranked. You know why? Apparently the vampire squid is a cephalopod, but not technically a squid. Instead of ink, which would be ineffective in the pitch black depths of the ocean, the vampire squid, or if we call it by its full name, the vampire squid from hell? I don't know, little uncalled for in my opinion. But instead of using ink, it uses bioluminescence to confuse threatening entities, as well as turning itself inside out. Turning itself inside out to resemble like one of those squishy balls. You know, these things. The squishy balls, you know the squishy balls, these. When they do this, it's called pineapple posture. It's called pineapple posture. And despite looking like a ball of pointy spikes, pineapple posture is completely harmless. Vampire squids also have kind of like a thin little tail that's used to like sense things in the environment. Vampire squid also only feed not on blood. It's not a carnivore, so not even other fish really. It's a scavenger. So it feeds on what is known as marine snow, which is basically just the fallout from the oceans above. So as things sink and deteriorate, like say a fish die and it's floating down, well, pieces of skin are gonna start detaching from the fish. And then as they fall, they get smaller and break apart more and get smaller. And then, you know, all of this biological material falls down like snow. So it's called marine snow. At least, I don't think I butchered that, but I very well could have, so maybe Google it for yourself. Now, I really like vampire squid. I feel like they have a bad rap. But there's nothing particularly incredible about them. So the vampire squid is probably just gonna have to go in B. They're just sort of mid, I guess. I'm sorry, vampire squid. I wish I could put you higher, but I don't think that they're that distinguished. Now, what? What do we have next? Oh. Fuck. Alright, I see what's happening. The Humboldt squid. The Humboldt squid is also known as the red devil. But unlike the vampire squid, this is a name that this actual squid lives up to. Okay, the Humboldt squid. Let's get into that. Yeesh. Humboldt squid get pretty big. They reach up to 100 pounds. They hunt in groups. I believe it's called vertical. I believe it is called vertical migration, they scoot themselves up to, I'm pretty sure the sunlight zone, like all the way up. In the dead of night, they come close to humans and hunt. And though they don't necessarily hunt humans, they are known to attack humans and potentially eat them. Locals know the Humboldt squid as a man-eating squid. So as you can see, not only did they try to murder and eat that guy, but they fucking robbed him! They robbed him! They stole his gold chain! They were like, we're not leaving without a trophy. I'm taking this to the pawn shop when we go back to the depths. What on earth? Like, if I have not yet convinced you that these squid are morally bankrupt, I don't know what else I have to offer you. Or do I? So, like other cephalopods, they can communicate with their skin by expanding and contracting little thingies. They can talk and send messages to each other. But I did say morally bankrupt, so despite the fact that they can chat each other up, they're still fucking cannibals. Because of course they are. Like, you can literally be talking to one of your squiddy in-laws or something, or your squid co-worker at the squid water cooler and be like, oh hey Jim Bob, forgot to pack my lunch, and Jim Bob's like, but it would be like with your skin, so it'd be like, hi Jim Bob, I forgot to pack my lunch, and then Jim Bob's like, that's too bad, homie. You know what? I can give you mine. Because Jim Bob knows. Jim Bob knows. And then Humperdoo proceeds to just eat Jim Bob. Be like, nah, that's cool, Jim Bob. I'm just gonna... And then the whole time Jim Bob's like, you were my best man! We were gonna go solo with a new company and be partners! Like, it's at least super awkward. The Humboldt squid, for that reason, has got to be D. Like, no. Now we're moving right along to the sea spider. As you can see, most sea spiders are quite small. They dance around, you know, the higher levels of the ocean, like beautiful little fairies mostly. This one doesn't look like it would be as graceful, particularly, but they do look very dainty and graceful and beautiful when they're swimming around. However, these little ones are not the deep sea variety of sea spiders. Because sea spiders are also affected by our good friend, abyssal gigantism. Now these big boys, as you can see, don't really have bodies, you might have noticed. Also, if you can find me a head on this thing, congratulations. From everything I have seen and read and heard about giant deep-sea sea spiders, they're basically ocean floor NPCs.
I'm here to relieve you. It's about time. I'm your relief. My feet are killing me.
The most amazing thing about them, though, brace yourself. So the lack of body, you might be putting two and two together, but this sea spider lacks the bow chicka wow wow organs. In its body, again, like, point to me where you can find its head. And then that again, but in the different sense. So they don't have sex organs where we would expect them. Dick legs! The sea spiders have freaking dick legs! Their legs are dicks! They walk around on a bunch of dicks! Instant S tier. Last is the Big Eye Grendelier. Bruh. Bruh. I can't. Woo! There isn't much to them that I have found. They mature slowly and grow up to 1 meter long, and they're disgustingly hideous. Though, my goodness. Woo! Though I have reason to believe that this is once again only due to rapid decompression. Because it does look like it might have a big eye. It might. But it also looks like it's fucking exploding. When I was looking into it, though, I also found this, so, you know, I'm gonna give them a pass on how they look. It might be another one of those blobfish issues.
And there we have it! Another part of the tier list in the bag. As always, the captain eagerly awaits suggestions from sailors, from passengers, and from crew members. All alike. Especially for deep sea squid. Please request more deep sea squid. I love reviewing deep sea squid. I require 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 squid.